comfortable place, a quiet corner just for you. Let your body relax, let your mind settle. We're about to take a gentle journey back in time to a place of profound peace and simplicity. There's no need to focus too hard. Just let my voice be a soft guide, a story to help you drift away. Tonight, we're visiting an old Japanese village, a place where life moves with the rhythm of nature. This isn't a story of great battles or grand events. It's a history of quiet moments, of gentle days designed to bring you calm and lead you toward a restful sleep. So, close your eyes if you wish. Take a slow, deep breath in, and as you breathe out, let go of the day. Let's begin our journey. Imagine a world painted in the softest shades of gray and blue. The night is still deep, holding the village in a silent embrace. The moon, a pale sliver, has already begun its descent, leaving the stars to scatter like diamond dust across the vast, dark canvas of the sky. The air is cool and crisp, carrying the clean scent of damp earth, pine needles, and the faint, sweet fragrance of distant blossoms. A gentle mist, born from the cool night air meeting the warmer ground, lies like a soft blanket over the valley floor. It weaves through the narrow lanes between houses, clinging to the thatched roofs and wooden fences, muffling the world in a beautiful, ethereal silence. The only sounds are the quiet whispers of nature, the rustle of leaves and a sudden, soft breeze that seems to hold its breath, the distant, melancholic call of a lone night bird, and the ever-present, gentle murmur of a nearby stream, its water flowing tirelessly over smooth, ancient stones, a constant, soothing lullaby for the sleeping village. This is a time of pure stillness, a moment suspended between the end of one day and the beginning of another. It's a time of deep rest, where the world itself seems to be dreaming. Now, on the far eastern horizon, a subtle change begins. A faint, almost imperceptible line of indigo appears, separating the dark earth from the star-filled sky. Slowly, so slowly you can barely see it happen, this line softens and warms. It blushes with hints of lavender and rose, spreading like watercolor paint on wet paper. This is the first promise of dawn. The darkness doesn't vanish all at once. It gently recedes, pulling back like a tide, revealing the shapes and forms it had hidden through the night. The sharp, angular silhouette of the mountains that cradle the village begins to emerge. Their peaks, still capped with the deep blue of the fading night, catch the very first rays of unseen sun. The village itself remains in shadow, a collection of dark, humble shapes. Just make out the distinct, sloping lines of the thatched roofs, thick and heavy, designed to withstand snow and rain. They seem to hug the houses, pressing them close to the earth. You can see the dark outlines of wooden walls, the faint geometry of fences, and the skeletal branches of sleeping trees reaching towards the lightening sky. The mist in the valley begins to stir. As the air warms, it starts to swirl and drift, creating mesmerizing patterns. In one moment, it completely obscures a small cluster of homes, and in the next, it parts to reveal them, as if pulling back a curtain. This slow dance of mist and light adds to the magic of the morning. The sounds of the night begin to fade, replaced by the first stirrings of the day. A single rooster somewhere in the village clears its throat and lets out a tentative, muffled crow. It's not the loud, confident call of midday, but a sleepy, gentle announcement that the night is ending. Another rooster farther away answers with a similar, distant call. First rays of sunlight finally crest the mountain ridge. They are not harsh or bright, but golden and soft, filtering through the lingering mist. They fall like a blessing upon the village, catching the dew-laden spider webs and turning them into intricate nets of liquid diamonds. The light touches the tops of the tallest cedar trees, their needles glowing with a vibrant, fresh green. It spills down the hillsides, illuminating the terraced rice paddies, their water reflecting the pastel colors of the morning sky like 1,000 broken mirrors. Inside one of the small, traditional houses, a faint light flickers to life. It's the gentle glow of a single oil lamp. Through a paper shoji screen, you can see a silhouette moving with quiet purpose. This is the home of an elderly woman, the first to rise. She moves with the slow, deliberate grace of someone who has repeated these morning rituals for a lifetime. Her footsteps on the smooth wooden floors are almost silent. She slides open a heavy wooden shutter, the Omado letting the cool morning air and the soft, indirect light spill into the room. The air she breathes in is fresh, filled with the scent of wet soil and the clean perfume of the morning. She looks out for a moment, her gaze sweeping over the waking world, a quiet acknowledgement of the new day. Then she turns back to her tasks. She moves to the aurori, the sunken hearth in the center of the main room. The The embers from last night's fire are still faintly glowing, a small core of warmth in the cool house. With practiced hands, she gently adds small pieces of kindling and blows on the embers, her breath a soft, steady whisper. The tiny flame flickers, catches, and begins to grow, casting a warm, dancing light on her face, revealing the gentle lines etched by time and wisdom. The crackle of the new fire is a comforting, domestic sound. First human-made sound to join the symphony of the dawn. As the sun climbs higher, its light grows stronger, burning away the last remnants of the mist. The village is now fully revealed. It's a collection of simple, beautiful homes made of dark wood and earthy plaster, their thatched roofs looking like soft, sleeping animals. Smoke begins to rise from other chimneys, then white ribbons curling gracefully into the clear blue sky. These are signs of life, signs that other households are beginning to stir. The gentle clatter of wood on wood echoes from a nearby home as another family opens their shutters to the day. The sound is crisp and clear in the morning air. Soon you hear the rhythmic, hollow thud of a wooden mallet pounding rice in a stone mortar, a sound that is both work and music. It's a steady, comforting beat that sets the rhythm for the day ahead. From another direction comes the metallic clang of a blacksmith's hammer, a sharp counterpoint to the softer sounds of the village. The day's work has begun, but it begins not with a rush, but with a slow, organic unfolding. The narrow, unpaved lanes between the houses are still mostly empty. A cat stretches luxuriously in a patch of sunlight, arching its back before settling down for a morning nap. Chickens peck and scratch in the dirt, their soft clucking a constant, gentle background chatter. The village is waking up, but it does so with a sense of calm and order. Each sound, each movement feels intentional and unhurried. There's no sense of urgency, only a peaceful transition from the quiet of the night to the general activity of the day. Villagers begin to emerge from their homes. An old man, his back slightly stooped, walks slowly towards the stream, carrying two wooden buckets balanced on a yoke across his shoulders. His geta, his wooden sandals, make a soft, rhythmic clacking sound on the packed earth. He greets a neighbor, a woman sweeping her doorstep with a bamboo broom, with a simple nod and a quiet "Ohayou gozaimasu," good morning. Their exchange is brief, understated, but filled with the warmth of long acquaintance. Children, still rubbing the sleep from their eyes, are gently nudged out of their homes by their mothers. They don't run or shout, not yet. The morning still holds a measure of tranquility that even their youthful energy seems to respect. They gather by the village well, taking turns to splash cold, clear water on their faces, their soft giggles mixing with the sound of splashing water. Life is flowing back into the village, like water returning to a dry riverbed. It's a slow, gentle, and beautiful process. Every sight, every sound is a testament to a way of life that is deeply connected to the earth and the cycles of nature. It's a life of simplicity, of community, and of profound, quiet beauty. As we watch this peaceful scene unfold, feel the calm of this morning seep into your own being. Let the gentle rhythms of the village soothe your mind. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be. Just rest here in this moment of perfect peace, and let the story of this quiet dawn carry you gently towards your own restful dreams. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply and allow yourself to drift. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to step back in time, into a world of quiet simplicity and natural beauty? To imagine waking up not to the sound of traffic, but to the gentle chirping of birds and the soft rustle of leaves in the breeze. This is the world we're about to enter. As we walk through these old villages, the first thing you'll notice is the architecture. The houses, known as minka, are crafted almost entirely from natural materials. What is the soul of these structures? You see it in the strong pillars that have stood for generations, in the polished floors worn smooth by time, and in the intricate lattice work of the windows. The roofs, often made of thick thatch or elegant tiles, are designed to withstand heavy snow and rain while also allowing the house to breathe. There's a humble elegance to these buildings, a sense of being perfectly in harmony with the surrounding landscape. They aren't trying to dominate nature, they're a part of it. Let's slide open a traditional wooden door and step inside. The first sensation is often the cool, smooth feel of the wooden floorboards beneath your feet and the distinct, calming scent of aged wood and earth. As we move deeper into the house, we step onto tatami mats. These woven straw mats are a hallmark of Japanese homes. They're firm, yet soft, cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Walking on tatami in your socks is a uniquely Japanese experience, connecting you directly to the natural materials of the house. The entire home home is designed around the standardized size of these mats, creating a sense of order and harmony in every room. Now, look at how the space is divided. Instead of solid walls, you'll find fusuma and shoji sliding doors and screens. Fusuma are opaque papered screens, often painted with beautiful landscapes or scenes from nature, that act as flexible walls. They can be opened to create a large, airy space for family gatherings or closed to create smaller, private rooms. Then there are the shoji screens. These are made of a delicate wooden lattice covered with translucent washi paper. They don't block light, they filter it. This is one of the most magical aspects of a traditional Japanese home. The quality of light inside is truly special. On a bright day, the shoji screens diffuse the harsh sunlight, filling the room with a soft, ethereal glow. You don't get sharp shadows, just a gentle, even illumination that creates an incredibly peaceful atmosphere. It encourages quiet contemplation and a slower pace of life. You can sit by the screen and watch the silhouettes of leaves dancing in the wind, a simple, mesmerizing form of entertainment. This connection to the outside world, even when you're indoors, is fundamental to the design. The home isn't a fortress against nature, it's a shelter that embraces it. At the center of many older homes, you would find the irori or sunken hearth. This was the heart of the household. It was a source of heat for the cold winters, a place to cook meals, a gathering spot for the family. Imagine the family sitting around the gentle warmth of the irori, sharing stories, mending tools, and enjoying a simple meal of rice, pickled vegetables, and grilled fish. The smoke from the hearth would rise up, curing the wooden beams of the ceiling and preserving the house for decades. The irori was more than just a fireplace, it was the center of family life and community. Daily life in these homes was deeply connected to the seasons and the rhythms of nature. Mornings would begin early with the sliding open of the shoji to let in the fresh air and morning light. Chores were simple and manual. Water might be drawn from a well, vegetables picked from the kitchen garden, and floors swept clean. There's a mindfulness to these tasks, a sense of purpose in maintaining the home and providing for the family. In the afternoon, you might find someone mending clothes by the window, taking advantage of the natural light. The interior spaces are typically minimalist. You won't find rooms cluttered with unnecessary furniture. Instead, you have cushions for sitting on the tatami, a low table for meals, and futons that are rolled out at night for sleeping and stored away in a closet during the day. This multifunctionality of the rooms is ingenious. A space that serves as a living room during the day can become a bedroom at night, making even a small home feel spacious and uncluttered. This simplicity isn't about poverty, it's a philosophical choice and appreciation for open space and the beauty of what is essential. Even the connection to the outdoors is thoughtfully designed. Many homes have an engawa, which is a type of veranda or porch that runs along the outside of the house. It's an in-between space, neither fully inside nor fully outside. It's a place to sit and drink tea, to watch the rain fall, or to simply enjoy the view of the garden. The engawa blurs the boundary between the home and nature, inviting the sights, sounds, and smells of the garden to become part of the living experience. It's the perfect spot to feel the changing of the seasons, from the cherry blossoms of spring to the fiery maples of autumn. As evening falls, the house takes on a different character. Lanterns with washi paper shades cast a warm, gentle light, creating an intimate and cozy atmosphere. The family would gather for their evening meal, perhaps cooked over the irori or a simple stove. The sounds would be of conversation, the crackling of the fire, and the gentle hum of cicadas outside. It's a life that is simple yet rich in connection to family, to the home, and to the natural world. Living in these homes required a certain harmony with your surroundings, and a respect for the materials and craftsmanship that created your shelter. It was a life of quiet dignity, where beauty was found not in extravagance, but in simplicity, in the play of light and shadow, and in the steady rhythm of daily routines. This profound sense of peace and connection is something that continues to inspire architects and designers around the world today. It's a timeless way of life that reminds us of the beauty of living simply and in tune with nature. In the quiet embrace of an old Japanese village, the morning unfolds not with a sudden jolt, but with a gentle awakening. The first light of dawn filters through the paper shoji screens, painting soft stripes across the tatami mats. This is where the day begins, in stillness, with a moment of quiet reflection before the body even moves. There's no rush, no blaring alarms, just the natural rhythm of the world calling you to a new day. For first act is often to simply sit up, to breathe in the cool, crisp air, and to be present. Then comes the quiet preparation of the sleeping space. The futon, which provided warmth and comfort through the night, is folded with care. Each movement is deliberate, a small ritual in itself. Futon is then stored away in the oshiri, the closet, transforming the sleeping area back into a living space. This simple act is more than just tidying up. It's a mindful transition from rest to activity, a physical representation of putting away the night and welcoming the day. It's a practice in efficiency and respect for one's living environment, ensuring that even the smallest of homes feel spacious and uncluttered. Next, a visit to the ingawa, the wooden veranda that bridges the inside of the home with the nature outside. Sliding open the wooden doors reveals a view of the garden, perhaps still damp with morning dew. This is a moment to connect with the outdoors, to feel the temperature of the air, and to listen to the first bird songs. Some may perform simple stretches here, breathing deeply, feeling the energy of the new day flow through them. It's a sensory experience, way of grounding oneself in the environment before the day's tasks begin. The connection to nature is not just an aesthetic choice, it's an integral part of life. The morning ablutions are equally unhurried. In a traditional home, this might involve a simple basin of cool water. The act of washing one's face is refreshing, a symbolic cleansing of sleep and a preparation for what lies ahead. There is a certain grace in these simple gestures. It's not about a complex skincare routine, but about the fundamental act of cleansing and preparing oneself. Every step is performed with a sense of purpose and calm, turning a mundane task into a moment of quiet meditation. This slow, deliberate pacing is the foundation of the day's rhythm. Now, it's time to dress. Choosing what to wear is not a frantic search, but a thoughtful selection. For daily life, the clothing is practical and comfortable, and made from natural fabrics like cotton or linen. The kimono, while often seen as formal wear, has simpler everyday versions called yukata or samu, which are designed for work and life around the home. Putting on these garments is a process unlike modern clothes that are quickly thrown on. Traditional Japanese clothing involves layers and ties. The process begins with the undergarments, the hadajuban and susoyoke. Each piece is laid out and put on with care. Then comes the main garment, the nagagi. The left side is always wrapped over the right, a detail steeped in tradition. The movements are precise, born from generations of practice. The fabric is smoothed down, ensuring a neat and comfortable fit. It's a process that requires attention and presence. You can't rush it. This act of dressing becomes a form of mindfulness, a quiet conversation between the wearer and the clothes. Securing the garment is the obi, the sash that wraps around the waist. For daily wear, the obi is often simpler and narrower than the decorative one seen at festivals. Tying it is a skill, a series of folds and knots that hold everything securely in place. The knot itself, perhaps a simple kainokuchi musubi, is both functional and aesthetically pleasing. It's the final touch that brings the entire ensemble together. The feeling is not one of restriction, but of being gently held and supported, ready for the day's activities. Once dressed, a final moment of quiet, perhaps a glance in a small mirror, not out of vanity, but to ensure everything is in its proper place. The hair might be simply tied back away from the face, practical for the work to come. The entire process from waking to being fully dressed might take longer than a modern routine, but it's not time wasted. It's time invested in starting the day with intention, peace, and a sense of order. This calm beginning sets the tone for everything that follows. The first steps of the day are taken with the same quiet grace. The tabi, the split-toed socks, are put on, and then the zori or geta, the traditional footwear, are slipped on at the entrance of the house. The sound of wooden geta on a stone path is a characteristic sound of the village morning. It's not a loud, hurried clatter, but a gentle, rhythmic clip-clop, a sound that harmonizes with the rustling leaves and distant temple bells. Each step is measured, the posture upright and balanced. This slow pacing isn't about a lack of urgency, it's about a different understanding of time. It's a rhythm that respects the body and the mind, allowing for awareness and observation. As one moves through the village, there's time to notice the details, a flower that has bloomed overnight, the way the light hits the roof of a neighboring house, the smell of wood smoke from a kitchen fire. Life is not a race to be won, but a path to be walked with awareness and appreciation. This peaceful rhythm is the heartbeat of the village, The morning routine is a beautiful expression of a philosophy that values simplicity, mindfulness, and a deep connection to the present moment. It's about finding beauty and meaning in the ordinary, turning the simple act of getting ready for the day into a calming ritual. It's a reminder that peace can be found not in escaping our daily lives, but in how we choose to live them moment by moment. This quiet, respectful daily rhythm is a legacy of wisdom, a gentle guide to a more centered and harmonious way of being. Stepping into the kitchen of an old Japanese village home is like stepping back in time. There are no buzzing gadgets, no digital timers, just the quiet hum of nature and the gentle crackle of a fire. This is where the heart of the home truly beats, in the slow, deliberate rhythm of preparing a meal. The ingredients themselves tell a story of the land. Freshly picked vegetables from the garden, still carrying the morning dew. Wild mountain herbs foraged from the nearby hills, their scents filling the air with the promise of something special. A basket of earthy mushrooms, a handful of rice from the local paddy field. Each item is simple, pure, and deeply connected to the seasons. The day's cooking often begins with the fire. There's a certain magic in coaxing a flame to life in the traditional kamado, the wood-fired stove. It's not just about heat. It's a ritual, a moment of connection with an ancient way of life. The fire provides a gentle, even heat that's perfect for slow cooking. A heavy iron pot is placed over the flames, and soon the water for the rice begins to simmer, releasing a comforting, starchy aroma. The sound is soft, a gentle bubbling that becomes the background music of the kitchen. There are no frantic rushes here. Each task is performed with care and attention. Vegetables are washed in cool, clear water from the well. They're sliced with a well-loved knife, the rhythmic tap-tap-tap on the wooden board a familiar and soothing sound. Each cut is precise, a small act of respect for the food. Think of a simple soup being prepared. Miso paste, made locally and fermented over months, is gently whisked into a savory dashi broth. Tofu, silky and delicate, is added, along with tender greens, and perhaps some thinly sliced daikon radish. It's a humble dish, yet it's bursting with complex flavors that speak of patience and craftsmanship. The process is a meditation in itself. Their focus is entirely on the present moment, the feel of the vegetables, the aroma of the broth, the warmth of the fire. It's a stark contrast to the fast-paced, multitasking world we often live in. Here, cooking is not a chore to be rushed through, but a cherished part of the day. A creative act that nourishes both body and soul. Even the tools are beautifully simple. A worn wooden rice paddle, a sturdy mortar and pestle for grinding sesame seeds, bamboo steamers, and ceramic bowls that have been passed down through generations. Each object has a history, a patina of use that tells of countless meals shared and enjoyed. There's an honesty to this way of cooking, no shortcuts, no artificial flavors. Just a pure, unadulterated taste of good food prepared with love. The process might involve grilling fish over charcoal, the skin crisping up and releasing an irresistible smoky scent, or perhaps pickling vegetables in a large ceramic pot, preserving the harvest for the colder months to come. Each technique is a testament to the wisdom of generations who lived in harmony with their environment. As the meal comes together, the pace remains unhurried. The rice is fluffed, the soup is ladled into bowls, and the grilled fish is placed on a simple plate alongside a small mound of pickles. The colors are natural and inviting, the deep green of the spinach, the vibrant orange of the carrots, the pristine white of the rice. It's a feast for the eyes as much as it is for the palate. The beauty lies in its simplicity, in the careful arrangement that honors each component of the meal. Setting the table is another quiet ritual. The low wooden table is wiped clean. Simple chopsticks and ceramic bowls are laid out. The whole family gathers, not just to eat, but to share a moment of peace and togetherness. Then comes the moment of eating in the quiet of the old house. With the soft light filtering through the paper screens, the meal is enjoyed mindfully. Before the first bite, there's a quiet moment of gratitude. Itadakimasu, a phrase that expresses thanks for the food, for the hands that prepared it, and for the life that was given to provide nourishment. Each bite is savored. The different textures and flavors are noticed and appreciated. The warmth of the soup, the chewiness of the rice, the subtle sweetness of the vegetables. Conversation is soft and gentle. It's a time for connection, for sharing stories of the day, for simply being present with one another. This way of eating is not about filling a void. It's about deep nourishment. It is about understanding where your food comes from and appreciating the journey it took to reach your plate. The meal ends as quietly as it began. With a simple Gochisusama Tashida, an expression of thanks for the wonderful meal. The act of cleaning up is also done with the same mindful attention. Bowls are washed, the kitchen is tidied, and the embers in the kamado are left to cool. Everything is returned to its place, ready for the next day, the next meal. This rhythm of cooking and eating in an old Japanese village is a powerful reminder of a different way of life. It's a life that values simplicity, mindfulness, and a deep connection to nature. It teaches us that true satisfaction can be found not in excess, but in the quiet appreciation of the simple, beautiful things that sustain us. It's a lesson in slowing down, in being present, and in finding joy in the everyday rituals that make up a life. Here, the air is crisp, filled with the scent of damp earth and blooming cherry blossoms. The sounds are simple, the gentle rustle of leaves, the distant call of a bird, and the soft hum of human activity. This isn't just a place, it's a feeling, a connection to a past that still breathes in the present. Join us as we explore the serene and diligent world of work, farming, and crafts that have shaped these timeless communities for generations. The day begins with the first light, painting the sky in soft hues of pink and gold. Villagers with a sense of purpose etched into their faces make their way to the fields. These aren't just plots of land, they are ancestral legacies, tended with a deep respect for the soil that provides. Watch as they move with practiced grace, their hands knowing every contour of the earth. Planting of rice or taui is a communal affair. Beautiful choreography of bodies bending in unison, sinking young seedlings into the flooded paddies. The water reflects the sky, creating a mirror world where farmers seem to dance between heaven and earth. It's a scene of profound peace and shared effort, a testament to a community bound together by the cycle of planting and harvesting. As the seasons turn, so does the work. Summer brings the meticulous task of weeding and tending to the growing crops. Under the warm sun, you can almost hear the plants thriving. The villagers work with a quiet focus, their movements efficient and unhurried. They know that every action, no matter how small, contributes to the final bounty. Autumn arrives with a golden flourish, and the air fills with anticipation for the harvest. The rice stalks heavy with grain bow gracefully in the breeze. Harvesting is a time of celebration and gratitude. Rhythmic swing of the kama, the small hand sickle, is the only sound that breaks the stillness. Each stalk is cut with care, a culmination of months of patient labor. It's a slow, deliberate process, a stark contrast to the rush of the modern world. Beyond the rice paddies, the village is a tapestry of other agricultural activities. Small vegetable gardens, known as haddock, are lovingly cared for, yielding a vibrant array of seasonal produce. You'll see grandmothers, their backs bent with age, but their hands still nimble, plucking fresh daikon radishes, cucumbers, and eggplants. These gardens are more than just a source of food. They are a source of pride and a connection to the flavors of home. In the mountainsides, terrace fields climb towards the sky, showcasing the incredible ingenuity of generations past, who carved a living from the challenging landscape. Tending to these fields requires a special kind of dedication, a testament to the resilience and resourcefulness of the mountain folk. Every handful of soil, every drop of water is precious. The tools used in this timeless work are as beautiful as they are functional. Forget the roar of modern machinery here. The sounds are of wood against earth, of metal against stone. The wooden plows or suki, pulled by man or beast, have been turning the soil for centuries. The hoes or kyuwa with their hand-forged blades are extensions of the farmer's own hands. These tools are often passed down through generations, each scratch and worn handle telling a story of hard work and perseverance. They are maintained with meticulous care, sharpened and oiled, respected for the role they play in the cycle of life. Using these traditional tools isn't just about efficiency. It's about a connection to the craft of farming itself, a physical dialogue between the person and the land they cultivate. When the field work is done for the day or during the quieter winter months, the village hums with another kind of activity, traditional crafts. This is where the artistry and ingenuity of the villagers truly shine. Step inside a rustic workshop and you might find a weaver at their loom, the rhythmic clatter creating intricate patterns in silk or cotton. Each thread is chosen with care, each design inspired by the natural world outside the flow of a river, the shape of a leaf. The final fabric is not just a piece of cloth, but a wearable piece of art, imbued with the spirit of its creator. It's a slow, meditative process that requires immense patience and skill, a craft passed from mother to daughter, from master to apprentice. In another corner of the village, a potter sits at their wheel, hands covered in clay. With a gentle, focused pressure, they coax a lump of earth into a graceful bowl or a sturdy teapot. The air is cool and smells of wet clay and wood smoke from the kiln. Firing the pottery is a delicate and unpredictable process, a dance with fire that transforms the soft clay into durable, beautiful ceramics. Each piece that emerges is unique, bearing the subtle marks of the artist's hands and the flames that gave it life. These are objects made for daily use, but they possess an elegance and a soul that mass-produced items could never replicate. Holding one of these handmade cups, you can feel the warmth and the human touch that went into its creation. The scent of freshly cut wood might lead you to a carpenter's workshop. Here, amidst piles of wood shavings, craftsmen create everything from sturdy farm tools to intricate household items using traditional joinery techniques. Without a single nail or screw, they fit pieces of wood together with the precision of a puzzle maker. The joints are not just functional, they are beautiful, a celebration of the wood's natural strength and grain. They might be crafting a simple wooden bucket, a set of chopsticks, or even the complex frame of a new house. This work requires a deep understanding of the material, an ability to read the wood and work with its inherent character. It's a quiet, contemplative craft that embodies the Japanese aesthetic of simplicity and respect for nature. Other crafts flourish in these quiet communities as well. Basket weaving, or kagome, turns simple strips of bamboo or vine into beautiful and practical containers. The weaver's fingers move with a life of their own, interlacing the strips into complex patterns. These baskets are used for everything from carrying vegetables from the garden to storing rice. Paper making, or washi, is another ancient art. Using the fibers of the mulberry tree, villagers create a strong, beautiful paper that is used for calligraphy, lanterns, and sliding doors. The process is laborious, involving soaking, beating, and drying, but the result is a material that is both delicate and durable, with a unique texture that captures the light in a special way. What ties all this work together, the farming, the crafts, the daily chores, is a sense of quiet diligence. There is no rush, no frantic energy. Instead, there is a slow, peaceful routine, a steady rhythm that has been followed for centuries. The work is physically demanding, but it is also deeply satisfying. It's a life grounded in the real, the tangible. You can feel the sun on your skin, the soil under your fingernails, texture of wood and clay in your hands. There is a profound connection between the labor and the result, a direct line from effort to sustenance, from skill to beauty. This slow pace allows for a mindfulness, an awareness of the present moment that is often lost in our fast-paced world. Imagine the end of a long day. Tools are clean and put away. The last rays of sunlight stretch across the valley. Villagers gather, sharing stories, and a simple meal made from the food they grew themselves. There's a sense of contentment, of a day well spent. The labor isn't seen as a burden, but as an integral part of a meaningful life, a way to contribute to the well-being of the family and the community. This slow and peaceful work routine fosters a deep appreciation for the simple things. A good harvest, a well-made tool, a shared meal. It's a life of substance built on the foundations of hard work, skill, and a deep respect for the natural world. This is the enduring spirit of the old Japanese village, a quiet testament to a life lived with purpose and grace. We're exploring the quiet daily life of old Japanese villages, walking the very paths that generations have trodden. It wends its way between traditional wooden houses, their tiled roofs a deep earthy gray. To our left, a meticulously tended garden bursts with color even in this quiet season. Small, vibrant flowers peek out from behind sculpted pines. You could almost feel the care and attention that goes into maintaining such a space. This isn't just a path, it's the main artery of the village, connecting homes, lives, and stories. The air here is different. It's clean, crisp, and carries the faint, sweet scent of wood smoke and damp earth. Every so often, the path opens up, revealing stunning views of terraced rice paddies cascading down the hillside. Their surfaces like mirrors reflecting the vast open sky. It's a landscape that feels both wild and lovingly cultivated. As we continue, we notice the small details that make these villages so special. Little stone markers, known as Jesus statues, stand quietly by the roadside, often adorned with a small red bib or a fresh flower. These are guardians of travelers and children, and their presence adds a layer of spiritual comfort to the landscape. The sound of our footsteps on the gravel is the loudest thing you hear, occasionally punctuated by the distant cawing of a crow or the cheerful chirping of sparrows. darting between the eaves of the houses. There's a profound sense of peace here, a stillness that invites you to slow down and just be present. You start to notice things you'd otherwise miss, the intricate patterns of moss on an old stone wall, the way the light filters through the leaves of a maple tree, or the gentle clinking of a wind chime somewhere nearby. Walking through these villages feels like stepping into a living museum. The architecture tells a story. We see houses with heavy wooden beams and paper screened shoji doors designed to embrace the changing seasons. In the summer, the screens slide open to welcome the breeze. In the winter, they are closed tight to keep the warmth in. Many homes have an ingawa, a wooden veranda that serves as a transitional space between the inside and the outside. It's where you might see someone enjoying a cup of tea, or where neighbors might stop for a casual chat. These architectural features aren't just for aesthetics. They are designed to foster a connection with nature and with the community. You can imagine life unfolding here, a tapestry of daily routines and shared moments, woven over centuries. Every village has its heart, and here, that heart is often found around the community well. We've come across an old stone-lined well, covered by a small wooden roof to keep it clean. For generations, this was more than just a source of water. It was the village's primary gathering place. Imagine the women of the village meeting here in the morning, their buckets in hand, exchanging news and gossip as they drew water for the day. It was the original social network, a place where information was shared, friendships were forged, and the community's bonds were strengthened. Even though most homes have running water now, these wells are preserved as important historical landmarks. Sometimes you'll still see them decorated with a shimenawa, a sacred rope, signifying their enduring importance in the spiritual life of the village. Just a short walk from the well, nestled in a grove of towering cedar trees, we find a small, local shrine. This isn't a grand, famous temple, but a humble place of worship for the village kami, or local deity. A simple stone torii gate marks the entrance to the sacred ground. As we pass through it, the atmosphere changes, becoming even more serene and contemplative. A stone path leads us past moss-covered lanterns to the main hall, a modest wooden structure. Here, villagers come to offer a quick prayer for a good harvest, the health of their family, or simply to find a moment of peace. There's a small offering box and a rope with a bell, which you ring to announce your presence to the kami. The air is thick with the scent of incense and the ancient woods. These shrines are an integral part of daily life, connecting the community to its spiritual roots and to the natural world around it. It's in these shared spaces that you truly witness the gentle social interactions that define village life. We see an elderly woman tending to her vegetable patch who looks up and gives us a warm, genuine smile and a slight bow. A little further on, two neighbors are chatting over a fence, their conversation easy and unhurried. There's a sense of mutual reliance and familiarity. In a village, everyone knows everyone. This creates a strong social fabric, a support system that is often missing in the anonymity of a big city. Children play freely in the lanes, their laughter echoing in the quiet air, and you know they are being watched over by the entire community. It is a reminder that community isn't just about living in the same place. It's about actively participating in each other's lives, sharing both joys and burdens. This calm community atmosphere is palpable. There's no rush, no frantic energy. Life follows the cycles of the sun and the seasons. In the spring, the whole village might come together for rice planting. In the autumn, they celebrate the harvest with a local festival or matsuri filled with music, food, and traditional performances. These shared activities reinforce the sense of belonging and collective identity. Even on a regular day like today, you can feel that rhythm. Postman makes his rounds on a bicycle, stopping to chat for a moment at each house. A delivery truck for the local co-op rumbles slowly down the main lane, bringing groceries and supplies. It's a system built on trust and personal relationships. As the afternoon light begins to fade, casting long shadows across the paths, a golden glow settles over the village. The soft light illuminates the dust motes dancing in the air and makes the landscape look like a watercolor painting. From the open windows of the houses, you can start to smell the delicious aromas of dinner being prepared, the scent of dashi broth, grilled fish, and steaming rice. Lights begin to flicker on, creating warm, inviting pools of yellow in the growing dusk. The village is settling down for the evening, a collective sigh of contentment after a day of quiet work and simple living. It's a deeply comforting scene, one that speaks of stability, family, and home. Walking back the way we came, the village feels different in the twilight. The sounds have changed. The birds have quieted, and now the dominant sound is the chirping of evening crickets. The silhouettes of the houses and trees stand starkly against the deep blue and orange of the sky. There's a feeling of nostalgia even for a life we've never lived. It's a connection to something ancient and fundamental, the human need for community, for a connection to the land, and for a place to call home. This experience is a powerful reminder that progress doesn't always mean moving faster. Sometimes, the most profound and fulfilling way of life is the one that has been quietly perfected over generations. As we reach the edge of the village, ready to return to the modern world, we carry this feeling of peace with us. This wasn't just a tour, it was an immersion into a way of being. It's a testament to the enduring spirit of rural Japan, where community is everything and life is lived with intention, grace, and a deep respect for tradition. We hope this glimpse into the quiet daily life of an old Japanese village has been as calming and inspiring for you as it has been for us. There's so much beauty to be found in the simple things, in the quiet moments between the noise. As the sun begins its slow descent, a blanket of warm, golden light drapes over the old Japanese village. The sky transforms into a masterpiece of orange, pink, and purple hues, casting long, dancing shadows across the rice paddies and the thatched rooftops. The day's work is done. Farmers, their faces etched with the stories of the seasons, make their way home, their tools resting on their shoulders. The air, once filled with the sounds of labor and lively chatter, now begins to settle into a gentle hush, punctuated only by the distant cry of a cicada bidding the day farewell. The light from the setting sun catches the surface of the stream that meanders through the village, turning it into a river of liquid gold. Children, their laughter echoing softly, chase fireflies as they begin their nightly dance, their tiny lights blinking like fallen stars. This is a time of transition, a sacred pause between the energy of the day and the tranquility of the night. The mountains that cradle the village stand as silent, dark silhouettes against the vibrant canvas of the twilight sky. Their ancient presence a comforting reminder of continuity and strength. It's a moment of pure, unadulterated beauty, a scene that has unfolded in much the same way for centuries inside the traditional homes known as Kaminka. Families gather, leaving the fading daylight behind. The soft glow of oil lamps and paper lanterns or andon begins to flicker to life, casting a warm, inviting light that spills from shoji screen doors. The heart of the home is the irori, the sunken hearth, where a gentle fire crackles. The air fills with the comforting aroma of dinner being prepared: steaming rice, savory miso soup, grilled fish, and pickled vegetables. The sounds are soft and domestic, the gentle clatter of chopsticks against ceramic bowls, the murmur of quiet conversation, and the shared laughter of a family recounting the day's small events. This evening meal is more than just sustenance, it's a ritual. It's a time for connection, for sharing, and for reinforcing the bonds that hold the community together. Grandparents share stories of old times, their voices a soothing balm, while parents listen to their children's adventures. There's a sense of profound peace and contentment in these simple moments. To the meal, the dishes are cleared away, and the family might spend some time together, perhaps mending clothes, reading, or simply enjoying the quiet companionship. The irori zimmers glow, providing a focal point of warmth and light as the world outside surrenders completely to the night. As the evening deepens, a profound silence descends upon the village. The lanterns in the windows cast long, gentle shadows, painting the narrow, unpaved streets in soft strokes of light and dark. One by one, these lights are extinguished as families retire for the night, tucked into their fudons laid out on the tatami mat floors. The once bustling pathways are now empty, reclaimed by the night. The only sounds are the whispers of nature, the chirping of crickets, the rustle of leaves in the gentle breeze, the occasional hoot of a distant owl, and the constant, meditative gurgle of the nearby stream. The air grows cooler, carrying the clean, earthy scent of the surrounding forest and the damp soil. Walking through the village at this hour feels like stepping into another world untouched by the relentless pace of modern life. The dark, imposing shapes of the old houses stand as silent witnesses to the countless nights that have passed. The moon, a silver crescent or a luminous orb, climbs high in the sky, its pale light filtering through the branches of ancient trees, creating an ethereal, almost magical atmosphere. This quiet is not an emptiness, but a fullness. It's a rich, textured silence that allows for introspection and a deep connection to the natural rhythms of life. It's in this stillness that you can almost hear the heartbeat of the village itself. The day's worries and toils dissolve into the darkness, replaced by a sense of security and peace. The collective breath of the sleeping village seems to rise and fall in harmony with the gentle pulse of the natural world around it. There is a powerful sense of community even in this shared slumber, a silent understanding that they are all part of this timeless cycle. Gazing up at the night sky, far from the glare of city lights, is a truly breathtaking experience. The Milky Way stretches across the vast expanse like a river of diamonds, and countless stars glitter with an intensity rarely seen. Constellations, familiar and strange, tell their ancient stories against the deep, velvety blackness. It's a humbling sight, a reminder of the vastness of the universe and our small, yet significant, place within it. Lying in the quiet dark, listening to the subtle symphony of the night, one can't help but feel a profound sense of gratitude for this simple, peaceful existence. As the final embers in the hearths die down, the entire village is enveloped in a deep, restful sleep. The night is a guardian, watching over the homes and the people within them. It's a time for renewal, for the land and its inhabitants to recharge before the new day dawns. The silence is complete, a perfect stillness that holds the promise of a new morning. The sun rising once again over the mountains, and of the timeless rhythms of life in this old Japanese village continuing, just as they always have. This is the essence of tranquility, a gentle end to a simple day, and the quiet beginning of a peaceful night. Here in the heart of an old Japanese village, the day's work is done, and a quiet calm settles over everything. The air, once filled with the sounds of daily life, now carries only the gentle whispers of the coming night. It's time to prepare for rest, to unwind and sink into the peaceful rhythm of the village. Inside, the warm glow of a single lantern casts long, soft shadows across the tatami-matted room. The faint, sweet scent of dry straw rises from the floor, a fragrance that has soothed generations of villagers. Let's prepare our sleeping space for the night. We'll unroll the futon, a soft, thick mattress that feels like a cloud against a firm tatami. The fabric is cool and smooth to the touch. Each movement is deliberate, a quiet ritual that signals the end of the day. We lay it out carefully, smoothing any wrinkles. Next comes the shikabuten, the bottom mattress, followed by the cake buten, the fluffy comforter. As we spread the clean, crisp sheets, the sound is a gentle rustle, a whisper in the silent room. We plump the pillow, filled with buckwheat husks that shift and conform perfectly to the shape of your head. The whole process is simple, unhurried, a mindful practice that helps to shed the worries of the day. The bed is ready, an inviting sanctuary promising deep, restorative sleep. It's a return to simplicity, a connection to a timeless way of life. Now, we can sit for a moment by the shoji screen, paper window that separates us from the world outside. The moonlight filters through, creating delicate patterns on the floor. From here, we can watch the last light fade from the sky, see the stars begin to emerge one by one, like tiny diamonds scattered across a velvet cloth. The village is cloaked in darkness, but it's a gentle, comforting darkness, not an intimidating one. The houses are huddled together, their lights winking out as families settle in for the night. There's a sense of community, of shared peace, even in the silence. As we lie down on the futon, the world outside begins to sing its nightly lullaby. Close your eyes and listen. Can you hear it? The chorus of the night is led by the insects. The gentle chirping of crickets, a rhythmic, soothing pulse that seems to match the beating of your own heart. It's a sound that has echoed through these hills for centuries, a constant, reassuring presence. It's not a distracting noise, but a part of the deep, profound silence of the countryside. It's the sound of nature breathing, of life continuing its quiet cycle. From the nearby stream, you can hear the soft, melodic gurgle of water flowing over smooth stones. It's a constant, gentle murmur washing away the day's thoughts, leaving your mind clear and calm. It's a sound of purity, of endless movement, a reminder that time flows on, steady and peaceful. Occasionally, a frog adds its deep, resonant croak to the symphony, a bass note in the nightly orchestra. Each sound is distinct, yet they all blend together into a harmonious whole, a natural melody designed for deep relaxation. Listen closer still. Can you hear the sound of the wind? It has a soft sigh as it rustles through the leaves of the bamboo grove just beyond the house. Tall stalks sway and knock against each other, creating a unique, hollow clacking sound, like a natural wind chime. It's a sound that is quintessentially Japanese, a sound of tranquility and grace. The wind carries the scent of damp earth, of night-blooming flowers, and of the distant forest, a perfume that is both wild and comforting. It's a gentle breeze that cools the air, making it perfect for sleeping under the warm cake-boden. As you lie here, enveloped in these sounds, your body begins to feel heavy, sinking deeper into the soft futon. Your breathing slows, becoming deep and regular. The tension in your shoulders melts away. Your mind, once busy with thoughts, becomes still and quiet, like the surface of a placid lake reflecting the starry sky. There are no city sirens, no traffic, no artificial lights to disturb your peace. There is only the pure, unadulterated soundscape of the natural world, a gift from the village to its sleeping inhabitants. This is a place where sleep comes easily, where dreams are sweet, and where you can truly disconnect and recharge. Lying here, wrapped in the quiet embrace of the village night, it's easy to reflect on the day that has passed. Think of the simple beauty we witnessed. The morning mist rising from the rice paddies, the sun catching the dew on a spider's web, the taste of fresh-picked vegetables from the garden, the warmth of tea shared with a neighbor, the feeling of the earth beneath our feet as we walked along ancient paths. These are not grand, dramatic moments, but small, precious details that make up the rich tapestry of life here. Life in the village is guided by the seasons, by the rising and setting of the sun. It's a life of purpose and connection. Each task, whether it's tending the fields, mending a fence, or preparing a meal, is done with a sense of intention and care. There's a deep respect for nature and understanding that we are a part of it, not separate from it. This connection brings a profound sense of peace and contentment. It's a reminder that happiness can be found not in having more, but in appreciating what we have. As we drift closer to sleep, we can feel a sense of gratitude wash over us. Gratitude for the shelter of this old house, for the comfort of this bed, for the quiet of the night. Gratitude for the simple, honest way of life that continues here, a legacy passed down through generations. In a world that often feels chaotic and fast-paced, this village is a sanctuary, a place where time slows down, where we can reconnect with ourselves and with the natural rhythm of the world. These moments of quiet reflection before sleep are a gift. They allow us to process the day, to let go of any lingering stress, and to find a sense of inner peace. Our minds become clear, our hearts become light. We are not just preparing for sleep, we are preparing for a new day, ready to wake up refreshed and renewed with a clear mind and a calm spirit. The village has taught us the importance of this nightly ritual, the importance of finding stillness in a noisy world. The sounds of the night have become a gentle hum, a background melody to your deepening slumber. The cricket's song is now a soft, distant pulse. The stream's murmur is a steady, reassuring whisper. The wind in the bamboo is a gentle sigh, lulling you further and further into a state of complete relaxation. Your eyelids feel heavy, your body is completely at rest. The line between wakefulness and sleep begins to blur. You are safe here. You are at peace. The village is watching over you as you sleep, its ancient spirit a silent guardian. Let go of all your thoughts, all your worries. Allow the darkness to be a comforting blanket, the silence to be a soothing balm. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be. Just be here in this moment and allow yourself to drift away on the gentle tide of sleep. Imagine yourself floating, weightless, on a calm, dark sea. The stars above are your companions. The gentle rhythm of the waves is the rhythm of your own breathing. Each breath in is calm and peace. Each breath out is release and surrender. You are drifting, drifting, drifting into the deep, restorative ocean of sleep. The day is done. The world is quiet. It is time to rest. Let the final vestiges of consciousness fade away. Let the gentle sounds of the Japanese countryside be the last thing you hear. Let the feeling of the soft futon be the last thing you feel. Allow yourself this time of perfect rest, this time of complete renewal. Good night. Sleep well. May your dreams be as peaceful and as beautiful as this quiet village night. Sweet dreams, and may you awaken to a bright and beautiful morning, filled with the same sense of peace and tranquility